is always vital is to have support from our elected and officials at all levels of government. And today we see the cities here, we see the states here, and we see our congressman is here. So we really thank you. We need your support for these types of developments, and we also need the funding that comes from everybody sitting over here. I just want to say on behalf of my colleague, Monique Johnson, who's from VHDA, that it is a pleasure. We're celebrating our 40th anniversary at VHDA of our affordable housing goals. And when we look out of our window at VHDA, we are right beside the Virginia War Memorial. So we're reminded every day of the sacrifice that our servicemen have provided to our country. So with that, I'd like to say we want to continue our celebration. Mary Kay, we have a check for you to help us celebrate.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Well, Graham, you're next. Graham is director of the New Market Tax Credits and Project Development Advisor for Virginia Community Development Corporation. He's responsible for the management of that program. Previously, he was responsible for allocating low-income housing tax credits, first with VHB, Virginia Department of Housing and Community Development, and then with VHDA. We welcome Graham as one of the participants of this program.
Thank you very much. As some of you may know, the way the Virginia Community Development Corporation operates is that we take investment capital from primarily financial institutions and invest that money in projects that generate either low-income housing tax credits or historic tax credits. And so I would like to specifically thank Old Point National Bank, Citizens and Farmers Bank, Bank of Southside Virginia, Chesapeake Bank, BB&T, and Wells Fargo, because they are members of the fund that invested in or will invest in this project, and they have committed $3.5 million of funding for this project. And so it really is very much of a partnership. And I'm reminded of a quote that Bobby Kennedy made famous in his run for president, but I think it's actually a George Bernard Shaw quote that says, "You see things as they are and ask why. I dream of things that never were and ask why not." And so I'm very proud that there are so many dreamers that are with us today. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Barbara Clevenger, who is president of the Southeastern Virginia Housing Corporation, which is affiliated with BBCDC. Barbara's retired from the banking business and has served both on the BBCDC board and on the Southeastern Virginia Housing Corporation board for the past 9 years. So, Barbara. Thank you.
Thank you, and good morning. I'm glad we're all here to help us celebrate the groundbreaking of a wonderful project. It will serve our disabled veterans wisely and with great need. They have served us all so well, and we are proud and pleased to provide them with their housing and the services. The Southeastern Virginia Housing Corporation Board of Directors is pleased to work with BBCDC and their staff and all the other project partners in making this project possible. Now, the other thing is sometimes Southeastern Virginia Housing Corporation has a nickname, and it's called SPIC. So if you want to know what they're talking about, it's SPIC. We look forward to attending the open house of this wonderful project, and we hope that you will all come back and be able to attend the ceremony and share in our pride with the project. Thank you so much.
Lastly, our last speaker is Mary Kay Korshevsky, who is the Executive Director of BBCDC. But first, my second to last paid political announcement. Many of you who are here probably don't have much experience with VBCDC and have come for the first time because of this project. VBCDC has been around for a little over 25 years. Last year we celebrated our 25th anniversary, and at that time it was just an idea of people from the city and Mary Kay, who was our first employee, our first executive director, and continues to be the executive director. For those of you who don't know, our mission really is simply to provide affordable housing for low and moderate income people. And we've been quite successful at doing that. VBCDC now owns approximately, and I'm not that always good with numbers, but about $25 million of property in Virginia Beach. We kind of fly under the radar only because we just do it quietly and get it done. And all of that property is used to provide good, quality, effective housing for low-income, moderate-income folks. It makes a huge difference in our community that this organization exists. And this is just one example of the wonderful work that they do. And all that work is really led by Mary Kay and her dream and her vision that, in fact, to paraphrase Margaret Mead, it's not only one person can make a difference, that's the only way you make a difference is one person at a time. So Mary Kay.
I'm so excited. Everybody said everything. Can I just thank again those who have helped us come to this day, the City of Virginia Beach, especially Andy and his department, VHDA and DHCD and HUD and Virginia CDC, and Town Bank, who is providing construction financing. I also have to thank Bob Miller, who volunteered the engineering services without being asked, and that it was just a wonderful gift, and we appreciate you doing that. And I know Bob's a veteran, and that was a reason, but nonetheless, it was a great thing for him to do. And I want to acknowledge Greg Freck and his associates, who Greg is the architect for our project, which you see a rendering up here, and we're very proud of how it's going to look and how it's going to be, and so I want to thank him for all of his hard work. Carolyn said we've been providing affordable housing for a long time, and we serve homeless families and individuals. We have some apartments for low and moderate income persons. We have some programs that serve the low income seniors, and we also have quite a few units that serve persons with disabilities, and we do that with Bob Moran and his department with the city, and we're proud of all these. But this is the very first project that we have done specifically for veterans, and so we are very proud of being able to provide this housing for people who have served our country and who have served all of us. So we're very pleased with what we're doing here. Cedar Grove is going to be more than a place to live. It's going to also contain a community room on site, a little fitness room, and a computer lab. And so it's going to be a way for these people to make Cedar Grove a community, to link them with our community at large. And so there will be services that will help the veterans also. And just another plug, we are currently applying for funds to the VA. And those funds will help us work with the veterans in gaining employment, those who are unemployed or underemployed. So we're going to be working with the city's Economic Development Authority and other local businesses. We want to try to get real momentum behind people hiring veterans because everybody needs a job. And we think that will be something really worthwhile doing, and we'll be asking for your help on that. Let's see, I also want to thank our staff. They're all here today, and you can raise your hand and let everybody see who's a member of the VBCDC and Southeastern team. They're really great people, and we all work very hard, and we're just very proud of what we're doing. And I want to thank Linda Midkiff and Ashley for helping to put this program together, as well as Barbara Barnes, who is in the back there at the table. And Barbara is our resource development consultant, and she is helping us with our fundraising campaign. So if you get a chance, stop by and talk with her. She'll tell you about the campaign, and she also has information on the state tax credit, which is available to our donors. And if you look at the inside of our program, you'll see the list of the current donors that we have so far, and we appreciate that, and we'd be glad to add your name to the list after you make a donation. So anyway, thanks again for being here, and please come back in a year and bring all your friends. To conclude, I would just like to ask all of our speakers, and also Joan Thomas is with Geico, and they were a big donor to us, and I think he's out in the audience somewhere. There he is. Would you please come forward, and we're going to break ground on Cedar Grove. Thank you very much.
It wasn't Brian. Congressman.
Folks that did all the hard work on this, I'm ready to do a big parade. Go where you tell me.
Well, we'll all get in on the shovel.
Yes, yes.
Between the guys.
Here we go, there you go.
Do we have everybody? We don't really have to dig. We're in there between our feet. We want to lift right harder.
Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4. Smile.
All right, there we go.
Digging. Oh, we're digging.
Let's get started.
Can you spread some over here?
Keep going. Yeah.
Keep going.
Here.
Scotty's under there.
Thank you all for coming very, very much.
Thank you.
See Barbara on the way out. Take him back?
Go ahead.
All right. Take care. We'll see you later.
Terry, I got a job for you. Terry Sue.
Yes. My goodness.
I have a job
How
for
are
you again.
Okay.
You know he did try to give us a slip the other day at the double secret back door.
So there were, but he said he was coming back too.
What would cost
Good, I'm glad
as
you
it
did.
sneaking through the alley.
I wonder why Adam doesn't normally do that. He's usually, when the governor says I'm going to come back down, they don't try to do that.
I think what happened was Andy pissed him off when he started hitting him up on the whole question. We were there to talk about government.
Yeah. Thanks, Governor.
We're going to talk about veterans.
All right, good.
About how awesome this place is.
This is wonderful. How you like Cameron? How are you, girl? You doing well? You still doing counseling? Good for you. Thank you. Good to see you too.
Well, Terry doesn't have to do it twice.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Here, I never was right.
I'm good.
Good?
I'm
All
good,
right.
Stephanie.
Well, you got to do it all. I figured I'd help give you a little break when I can.
All right, that'll be good. Terry, first of all, just how profound is the need, how great is the need for a place like this here in Happy Roads with so many veterans as we have here?
It's extremely profound because New Hampshire Roads is the second largest concentration of homeless wrecks, and at this point that senior homeless is growing right now. As the war effort is gone down, as we have discharges down, you're dead. You're dead. A lot of service members were mobilized. We've been deployed by the military for the last few years, and now suddenly they're coming back home and they don't have a job to go back to. So this is something that's very, very thankful. It's the use of this community stepping up to the plate and it's the same effort all across the country.
It always amazes me how, here, the Grace Council.
Although ours is big, there's sometimes issues that need to be made, and sometimes the issues are coming back and They don't have to get some members have this level of charge. So there's a number of different things, but the most important thing is concentrate on there are big percentages.